Today is sort of a normal day. I have been kind of down and out for a few days, as you can tell by my voice, but just thought I would take you through my morning routine with checking in on the plant babies and seeing how everybody's doing. You've seen this before, but this is my seed setup. I've got some things I need to add to this, and I desperately need to take care of some of these plants because they're getting kind of crazy. I've got some thyme here, and back there some lemon balm. I'm not even going to show you my basil. It's so ugly. Uh, and then here we have snapdragons that need to get potted up. Just a bunch of flowers, and then I've got some peppers there. Over here, again, crazy oregano that needs something done. I need to fertilize my tomatoes. I need to pot them up. I am way behind on that. Back here, let's see, I've got some yarrow. Those are jalapenos. Thankfully, my peppers are looking pretty good. So peppers grow a lot slower than tomatoes. So I think they're being a little more tolerant of my neglect. I did pot these tomatoes up 2 weekends ago. Some of them are looking okay. Some of them, oy vey. Look at that baby. I think if I just feed him something. If you haven't been around, also, I do personify my plants. And then over here, I mean, you can see, I don't know why these are doing so much better. I'm assuming it's the variety, but yeah, these guys are doing really well for the most part. This one here is not looking so great, but we'll figure that out. And then more tomatoes. Again, these are mostly doing well. Some of these have some, well, if you see that purple, that usually means they need to be fed. So I'll get some fertilizer in these, but there's also a lot of kind of, I don't even know what that is. I've never seen it before. It's curled, but it's also kind of almost like pockmarked. So I'll have to look up. If anybody has any idea what that might be, let me know. Again, I'm a newbie here. Here is my pride and joy, if I do say so myself. My sweet potato slips are going crazy. I like to watch Chuck in the garden. Check him out if you haven't already. And his suggestion was similar to something I've done before, but this time I treated things a little differently. In the past, when I have when I have created my own sweet potato slips from my own sweet potatoes, I always break off the plant part, put it in water, and root it. But what I learned from Jacques is that if you provide for enough dirt with these guys, then they create their own roots in the dirt. Do you see some of those? Yeah, so they're already rooting. I don't need to let them root out themselves in water. See that? So, if I were to take this off from the sweet potato, I would be re-rooting it, not rooting it. So there's really no point. The other thing I'm wondering about, though, is that oftentimes my sweet potatoes, the foliage of the sweet potato slips get this weird white stuff. Yeah, this one's really bad. I'm thinking it's just some kind of fungus, and I probably will just come through with like a heavily diluted hydrogen peroxide spray to take care of those. And then the last of my plant babies indoors are these guys. You can see the names of the plants there and the various stages of growth. I neglected these a little bit. You'll see that I have them on a heat mat. Right now it's off. Yeah, both of them are off, which I love a heat mat for germination, let me tell you. And these guys did okay, but then as you can see, this is like real life gardening. Yeah, Rachel just got lazy and forgot to turn off her heat mat, because as soon as they start to germinate, you want to turn those heat mats off. And I didn't do that. So because I didn't do that, my sweet plant babies died. Thankfully, I oversowed all of my seeds, so I'm hoping that I will get some new growth from the seeds that haven't already germinated. We'll see. So that's an overview of my seed starting setup. I have links below in the description to pretty much all of the things that I use here. These here are the Burpees seed trays, which they're okay. I don't love them. The heat mats, even the grow lights, and the shelving. I really love these trays from Epic Gardening, and I really love these seeds, the 4 cells, and then I have some 6 cells too over here. So I really love those. But if you're like me and you find yourself to be a bit of a cheapskate, the other thing that's great is to go to garage sales or thrift stores and buy things like this. There's an old dish rack that's super sturdy. My sister-in-law was giving away some old baking pans that were just not something I wanted to use for my own baking. So I use these. They're so much sturdier than the other stuff, like this kind of tray. So just some ideas. This is my very fancy seed container. I got this at a thrift store or an antique store also. It's an old, I actually don't know what it is. It's a drawer, but I don't know where it came from. So I'm just going through my seeds here. I want to go out and kind of broadcast some seeds around. Maybe do some nasturtium. A lot of these will say when the soil is ready to be, or that the soil can be turned. So that's what I'm thinking of here. I'm going to wait on the zinnias and sunflowers. They need warmer weather. I am thinking about planting some thyme in my beds out front. Bachelor's buttons. Where are all the seeds that I wanted to find? Thought I had more, but this is what we're going with. I have amaranth, calendula, that creeping thyme I mentioned, and this vanilla berry nasturtium. I'll plant some of those in the garden also, but for now we're just going to go plant them out in our beds out front. Don't mind my pitiful beds here. It's a work in progress. So this is one of the beds. My neighbors are getting a new air conditioner today, I think. And I'm going to be the queen of lazy. All I'm going to do is take my seed packet. So we're going to start with creeping thyme. And I'm just going to broadcast seeds in a couple different places. I'm not going to go crazy. And this may not work, and that's fine. So here's my creeping thyme seeds. They're very small. And I'm just going to throw some there. I'm going to throw some down here. I might actually just use the whole whole envelope full. There we go. And then, let's see, do a couple nasturtium. The nasturtium seeds are much bigger. My understanding is that some people pickle these or something like that with almost like capers. So I'm just going to take a seed. This dirt up here is so bad. That's why I'm just kind of trying this out. It's so heavy clay. Throw those guys in there. So there's something that looks more like a plant than a weed. I'm not sure. Here's a bunch of them. Anyway, put a couple more here. Oops. My salvia's coming back up. That's nice. I grew that from seed a couple years ago. I love the texture of the leaves. So pretty. My daffodils are coming up. Are you guys in a season where your bulbs are coming up? Ours certainly are here, like crazy. Now I have this calendula. Calendula gets really tall. And these are the weirdest looking seeds. They look like worms. And I really hate worms, except if they're in my garden doing work. So these seeds kind of freak me out a little bit. So I'm just dropping them down and I'm going to press them in. This is like lazy gardening 101. Another reason I'm doing this today is because we've already gotten a bunch of rain today and we're supposed to get some more. And also part of my lazy idea is that now I don't have to water anything. And amaranth, just gonna toss some in. Looks like I got rid of that. And I'm not gonna do anything as far as trying to get that in. Those are really small seeds. There is some ground cover here. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys know what it is. We purchased this property a few years ago, and so I'm not really sure what everything is. This is a dogwood. So again, we're here in April. And yeah, so I don't know entirely what everything is. This is I think this is a black birch here. And I've got a ton of daffodils and stuff over here. Some more nasturtium. Oh, you can see we've got some things coming up here. Oops, we did until I picked it out. Grief. And now I lost my nasturtium seeds. There's one. Oh, is that? Nope, I think that's a rock. Well, lost those, so let's do a couple more. There's one. The best thing about buying a new house is that you get, it's like a surprise the first year you're there, because you don't know what's going to come up. This here is just like some grasses that were planted. I honestly have no idea what this is. Can y'all see that? I used to have the app, the Plant This app. Can you see that? And there's more. Anyway, I had that Plant This app that identified these different plants. Yeah. I'm not paying for that anymore. I gotta put shoes on my baby's feet. I'm just gonna sprinkle some of these calendula. I really like calendula. I like it's so hardy. It grows like crazy. And I make like calendula salves. My sister and I both have eczema. My son has eczema, and it works really well. Okay, now we're gonna head down to the garden, make sure everything is looking okay. Come on, boys. My favorite springtime flower, forsythia, is coming up. Here's the garden. This is where I planted my peas and lettuce. Nothing's coming up. No shocker there. My collards, cauliflower. See, he got a little bit too much of a suntan. You see that? And then the other day I broadcast a bunch of seeds over here. Mesclun mix, Sweet William. I have no idea what's coming up. Something's coming up. My chives are back. Yay. My tunnel's looking fine. We've had some pretty decent wind. As you can see, it's pretty flat and not a lot of trees, so not much protection, and that caterpillar tunnel's done really well. These guys are looking pretty happy. My cabbages over here. Napa cabbage. And then these are early Jersey Wakefield. I really like those cabbages. They're super hardy. My dill's doing okay, and we have had freezing temps, so they're doing all right. My onions look pitiful. But at least the birds haven't found them yet. And then this is my pitiful experiment to see if I can make my onion, the bulb part, get bigger and then transplant them. We'll see. Potatoes still haven't come up, which that makes me happy because it's still a little too early for the greenery. And then more pitiful onions, but still they're doing okay. I don't even know if you can see. Yeah, they're pretty pitiful. And then my kale, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to take you down to my apple trees. I put these in last spring. Oh, you know what though? I'm going to get my clippers. And I'm not showing you my garden shed because it's an embarrassment. Let's all hope and pray I get out of here alive. Oh my gracious, Rachel. Okay, I'm going to back out slowly so you can't see this. I'm gonna walk over here so the camera doesn't get it. Ha-ha! I have a Zestar and Liberty. That's what it is. My husband asked me the other day what kind of apples we had. I was like, Lincoln? I knew it started with an L. Now if I can just get my pruners to open up. I don't know, folks. It's not looking too good. Can't tell if these are like dead. Yeah, see, like that's dead. That's dead. But if I come down, oh no, I don't know. Help me. Somebody help me, please. I don't know what I'm doing. Here's the other one. And like, is this apple foliage down here, or is this, ooh, look. Look. Can you see it? Yay. It's not completely dead. Oh, that's exciting. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to leave this guy alone. It looks okay. If y'all are like master pruners or master somethings, masters at apple tree care, tell me what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. But this one over here, I don't like the way the top of it looks. It looks like discolored compared to the rest of it. So I think I'm going to just go like here. Say a word of blessing. Hold on. BRB. Took some off of it, and that's the inside. What does that look like to you all? Should I have cut lower? Help. Need your help. SOS. And this one doesn't have any kind of anything growing out of it. I'm not terribly hopeful about this one. I don't really know what I did wrong. I put compost on it. I watered it. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, boys? Did Mama kill her tree? Okay, come on, boys. My garden helpers. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Rocco, get brother. Get brother. Where is he? Get brother. Where's brother, Lou? Get him. So it's now 8 a.m. It's time to go inside and do my real job. These two have lost their minds. So, happy Thursday, everybody.